Modern pop music functions like an industrial machine. It relies on massive marketing budgets, dedicated PR teams, and focus-grouped hooks designed to dominate global streaming charts. Take a track from a major studio film like Love Key Arranged Marriage. It enters the market with high-profile playback singers, heavy orchestration, and millions of dollars in marketing, pushing it onto every playlist and social feed in the country. Then there is Bairan, a raw indie Haryanvi track written and produced by two brothers, Banjaare and Roni, with no studio backing or corporate label. Their initial attempt to market the song almost failed. They shot a live-action music video in Chandigarh, but the production quality was so poor they were forced to scrap the footage entirely. With no remaining budget and no visual assets, they simply uploaded the raw audio file to DistroKid and waited. The YouTube algorithm picked it up, and the song spread organically across streaming platforms. It quickly generated millions of views and became a staple for heartbreak edits across social media. This viral success was triggered by an inadvertent discovery, a deeply rooted, ancient cultural code. To see how that code functions, we have to look at the anatomy of the track itself. The production is a structural collision. A driving alternative rock bass line carries the rhythm, while a traditional Indian flute leads the melody. Much of the track's emotional resonance centers on its title, Bairan. The word traces back to the Sanskrit root bairi, which translates literally to enemy. In the context of the lyrics, the artist uses it to a lover. This invokes the specific North Indian folk concept of bira. Bira refers to the agonizing, physical pain of enforced separation between lovers or family. In historical folk traditions, Bairan was rarely used for people. Instead, women used the word to curse the literal, physical objects that were responsible for separating them from their loved ones. The architecture of the station seen here was the setting for the primary historical Bairan, the colonial railway train. In the folk song Relia Bairan, women sang of the steam engine as an enemy. The sheer volume of the crowd emphasizes the human toll. These trains were the vehicles taking men to Baides, foreign lands, for migrant labor, physically tearing rural families apart for months or years. Banjaare repurposed this historical curse. He took a term once reserved for an industrial machine and turned it into a metaphor for a cruel partner. The lyrics connect this linguistic history to the artist's own namesake, Jina Banjarika, or living a wanderer's life. The Banjara people originated in these vast landscapes, the rolling sand dunes of Rajasthan. Historically, they served a vital economic function as nomadic carriers and traders, moving salt, grain, and textiles across the entire Indian subcontinent. Because they were constantly in motion, they developed a distinct cultural identity, often identified by the specific Banjara jewelry seen here. Their embroidery and textiles, which they worked on while traveling, became a way to maintain their cultural history across thousands of miles of trade routes. This history of perpetual movement made the Banjara an enduring cultural symbol for longing, the avatar for anyone who must leave people and places behind. Banjaare and Roni produced this track under very modern conditions, working remotely over 100 Zoom calls across an entire year. While their methods were digital, the feeling they captured was the ancient, analog grief of Bara. Modern digital culture creates a unique paradox. It provides a constant global connection, while often increasing a sense of emotional isolation. The algorithm recognized that people were engaging with the track. The audience, however, recognized a shared trauma. They listened to the lyrics while illuminated by the cold glow of a smartphone, experiencing isolation in real time. In this way, the digital screen has become the modern Bairan. Just as the colonial steam train physically removed men from their villages, the screen removes us from the people in our immediate presence, acting as a new engine of separation. Bairan went viral because it resonated with this recurring human experience. It is proof that the pain of separation remains a constant across generations.